Hey y'all, Jen back from PepperHarrow. Today we're going to be talking about market bouquets, taking these gorgeous flowers and turning them into beautiful wrapped bouquets. I hope you'll join us to learn a little bit about our process on how we put these beautiful bouquets together. We make wrapped bouquets for specialty stores every single Thursday. I hope you guys glean a lot of tips and tricks. And hang in there until the end. We'll show some amazing B-roll of some of the really beautiful combinations of flowers that we've put together this season to make some really gorgeous bouquets. Let's do this. We're starting these wrapped bouquets with some really great flowers, and everything you see here was cut in about 1.5 hours. I'm going to show you a finished bouquet to start, and then I'm going to go through, show you the ingredients, and then I'll show you how I actually build a bouquet and finish it out. Here's the bouquet recipe that we're working with. You can see how gorgeous these bouquets are. They're very eye-catching. I think they're gonna sell really quick. So I chose to lean into kind of some of the more salmon, peachy tones with this week's bouquets. And for the first time, I actually have included some dahlias. So for the first time, these are going to be in bouquets, and I think they're gonna go pretty quick. And a little known fact, people love celosia. So I think these are going to be a really big hit. But now I'm going to share with you guys the bouquet recipe to do these beautiful bouquets. It's 2 to 3 stems of cinnamon basil, which you see over on the left, followed by celosia, which I have a crusted and a plumed, just to have different shapes and textures in the bouquet. There are 2 Benary's giant zinnias, 3 small Oklahoma zinnias that are kind of in the same color palette, 1 gomphrena, 1 cosmos, and 1 dahlia. Okay, the first thing I do when I put together a bouquet is I start with the greenery. You guys saw I have this beautiful cinnamon basil. It's blooming, and this is the trick with basil. You have to make sure that it's blooming before you harvest it so that it doesn't wilt. If you cut it before this going to seed stage, it does get a little wilty. This is like the perfect stage. And you can see how huge the stem length is. So this is really wonderful to work with, especially for these hand-tied bouquets. This is 1 plant, so there's quite a few stems on here, but what I'm gonna do is break it apart, just like so. Just taking off some of the shorter stems, making sure that it's all matching at the bottom. I want the bottom of my stems and kind of the top somewhat to be the same. So just going to take these off. Any of these little bottom green parts, I'm gonna strip those off. So any of the greenery that could possibly be in the water, I'm gonna start to strip it off. Even on this branch, I'm gonna take these off to make sure they won't ultimately end up being in the water. And then on these other stems, same story. I'm just dragging my hands down the stem, making a mess. And I'm gonna add it into this little bouquet. I also have another piece like this. I'm just gonna pull the greenery piece off and leave the seeded piece behind. Now this is the base of my bouquet, this little greenery bundle. Next, I'm going to go ahead and add in my celosia. You saw the crusted. I'm gonna pop in the crusted. I'm going to pop in my plumed piece. I love these first cuts off of the plumed because they're like multi-branching and like thick and really add a lot of chunkiness to a bouquet. So I'm gonna put that across from the crusted. I'm going to add in my 2 zins. And again, I've already stripped these. You can take these leaves off if you want. Sometimes I just leave them on because I'm usually trying to do a bunch at a time, so I wanna go fast. But I just took those off, popping in. So I have a purple one and I'm popping in a salmon colored one, salmon rose. And now I'm gonna pop in my 3 little guys. So I have Oklahoma salmon here. I'm gonna pop those guys in. And I like to do it in a triangle. So I'm putting my Oklahoma zins in a triangle so that it's visually pleasing for the eye. And then the last things that I'm gonna pop in are the gomphrena. I have 1 stem of gomphrena, and yes, it was painful to harvest this, but I did it for you guys. And actually, I did it for the bouquets because just 1 little stem is really gonna make it pop. And for these, I don't put it on the outside, you can. I actually tuck it in the middle. So I'm gonna tuck and pull pull it down just a smidge so it's in there. It's just like a little pop of color. Same thing with my cosmos. I'm just gonna pop it in to the greenery and let it kind of lay there. And then my dahlia, I'm just gonna see where a good spot is to pop it in. This is my bouquet. The next step I'm gonna do with this is I'm gonna take this bouquet, I'm gonna take it to the stem chopper. I'm gonna make sure that this is 18 inches from the tops of my blooms. And you guys can see like something I did here that I didn't mention, but a lot of my stems are actually the same length. I want that. I want my stems to be up. You can see a little bit of greenery is popping through, but I want mostly all of my stems to be the same height, because when these get wrapped in paper, you really want this to be the first thing you see when you see this bouquet. I'm gonna chop it 18 inches with my stem chopper. I am going to rubber band this bouquet, and then I'm going to wrap it in craft paper and add a sticker. If you want to see a bouquet wrapping tutorial, Adam has an amazing one, and he really does a good job showing and explaining why we do what we do when we wrap our bouquets. I'll link it below so you guys can check it out. Adam made an 18-inch line and a 12-inch line, but the 18 inches is for our wrap bouquets. We can make them smaller, so that's why he has the 12-inch line, but this is where the magic happens. Line it up like this. We want most of the flowers to hit that 18-inch line, and I'm gonna chop. Hard to do one-handed. There we go. Now I'm gonna rubber band. You grab one stem and twist the rubber band around. You're back to your original one, and then just find one right after that to stick the rubber band on, and that will save your wrists when you're tying bouquets. I hope you all enjoyed seeing a little sneak peek about how we put our mixed wrapped bouquets together. If you have any questions about this process, comment below, and I'm curious to know what kind of bouquet making videos would you all like to see? I want to give a huge shout out to all of our patrons, our Big Dreams family over on the Patreon platform. Thank you guys all for your support. We really appreciate you. And we really want to thank all of you for joining today. Thanks for joining, and happy growing.